So let's get to our mats and get started with our live mat class today. We are gonna start with some breathing, so just go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position on your mat, whether you're laying down, on your side, on your stomach, whatever feels good. I'm gonna go ahead and sit to start, a little bit behind my sit bones here, and I'm gonna begin by hugging my knees and letting my head just rest between. And just go ahead from here and grab your inhale. Let those rib cages open up nice and wide into the back sides of your body, and then exhale through your mouth and lips. And begin to feel yourself breathing three-dimensionally, allowing the air to fill up the lungs all the way down to the lowest lobes, and then exhaling with effort. As you breathe through your lips and mouth, you feel your pelvic floor lifting from your pubic bone up to your belly button. Allow yourself to just focus your attention inward, thinking about all those things that are feeling really good today and some of the things that will hopefully feel better in the next 50 to 55 minutes here. Let yourself relax through your head and your neck and your shoulders. Exhale any tension you have along your forehead or your jawline out through your mouth and lips. And let's take a couple more deep inhales. And exhale out. And last one here. And then we're going to find ourselves on our mats. Go ahead and bring yourself to neutral spine. Heavy tailbone, little bit of space in your low back. Find yourself melting your rib cages down to the mat. Take your inhales and exhales here. Allow yourself to rock from neutral to imprint. And slide your ribs down towards your hips and release back out to neutral. And we imprint by sliding our rib cages down towards our hips, using our oblique muscles, those abdominal suspenders that run both vertically and on angles from rib angle to hip crest. As we rock through our low back, feeling yourself gently press down towards the mat as you imprint, and back out to neutral with a little bit of space in your low back. Inhaling and exhaling your way to parallel legs. Excellent. From here, take one foot up in the air, point your toe, and let's do little circles. Trace with your toe, circle around. The leg is up in the air, pointed toe is like the tip of a pencil. Both knees are bent, and reverse. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot down, switch sides, reach your hands and fingertips along the length of your torso, and circle. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, exhale, and reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's bring our legs up into the air and imprint here now with our feet up into the air. Let's crisscross our ankles. Rotate right, center, left, center. Let your head rest on the mat. Reach your fingertips down from your underarms, pulling tension out of your neck and shoulders. Squeeze your inner thighs together, holding that connection between your two legs, working as one unit. And you're going to rotate, center, and rotate, center. And from here, I want you to go ahead and lift your hips from the floor. Just pick them up from the floor. Pick them up, pull your belly button in, and push your knees up to the ceiling. Push them up. 3, 2, and 1. And then one leg at a time. Set your legs down on the mat. Roll over to your side, and we'll begin with our spinal rotation. Stack up your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. Reach up to the ceiling. Follow around with your head and your eyes to look back behind you. And then rotate to reach and come back around. And inhale. And exhale to open. And inhale, reach. And exhale, come around. And one more. Look to your hand. Keep your head resting on the floor. Reach up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring those ribs around. And let's change sides. Stack everything up again, same way. Reach it up. Rotate to twist. Look back behind you. Reach to the ceiling and bring your abs around. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale, reach. And exhale, come around. Two more. Twist to open. Catch a stretch across your chest. Reach it up. And come around. Last two. And one. Reach it up. And come around. And then we're going to come on up to our hands and our knees. And we're going to get ready to do our cat-cow. So I want you to bring your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders. And from your tabletop position, you're looking down at your fingertips. I want you to scoop up your abs, round out your low back, separate your shoulder blades on your chest wall, and let your head hang down. Look through your thighs. And then send your sit bones out. Lengthen your spine and bring your head up onto your spine. And again, scoop round and open those shoulder blades. And then send those sit bones away and lengthen to the top of your head. And go at your own pace. Inhale and exhale your way around. Find your breath wherever it feels best to you. Just make sure you're breathing. Get that air in through your nose. Open up those rib cages. Blow it back out. Lift that pelvic floor. And two more here. And lengthen out. And last one. And lengthen out. Very good. And let's alternate straight leg lifts behind you. Shoot that leg straight out. And then pull it right back up underneath the same side hip. And reach. Go for length. It's not as important about how high your leg comes up from the floor as how long you get through your body. Good. And reach. And reach. Give it an exhale. And alternate. Support those abs against the pull of gravity by pulling up and in on your belly button. And let's go two. Stay squared up to that mat. And one. Very good. All right, let's do a side leg lift. Open up. And come around. We call this the fire hydrant. Rotate to open. Bring your foot with you. The hip opens up the knee and the foot. For 3, 2, and 1. Set it down and switch to the other side. Rotate to open. Good. The whole leg goes together. The foot follows the knee and hip. Stay square to the floor with your body. And let's go 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. And set it down. We're going to come back around onto our back. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to go ahead here. Begin in our neutral spine. Reach those fingertips along the torso. And then scoop heel all the way up off the floor onto your blades. Now watch that your rib cage stays connected here. This is a place where you could find yourself popping. So knit up the ribs, shrink wrap the glutes, and roll your way down. one vertebrae at a time. Touching your way through your whole spine. Release back out at neutral. And again, scoop, heel, lift. Come on up off of the mat. Take your deep breath in and roll your way back down. Now go at your own pace. Some people are going to need to go a little bit more slowly so they move one vertebrae at a time, and others are going to feel a little looser and able to move through this a little bit more quickly. Work at your own pace. Better to work piece by piece, vertebrae by vertebrae, than to rush through and miss big chunks of your spine. Roll down, release out, check that those legs are parallel, they're not splaying out or squinting in, and peel up again. On the blades, not on the head or neck with the weight. Roll your way down, and one more time. Scoop, peel, and lift. Begin with the imprint and connect at the top. Hold it up here. Keep yourself here lifted. Wrap up the glutes. Reach those knees away from you so we have a diagonal line following my arms here. Staying here. Let's do little lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take your time, roll through your spine, and roll your way back down to neutral spine again. Very good. So from here, we're going to reach our arms to the ceiling. Now, if you have weights or bands or balls or a foam roller handy, feel free to put yourself on them, grab whatever little apparatus you want to use. Today, I have nothing handy, so we're going to just go for it from right here. So we're going to reach to the ceiling. You're going to scoop and lift your fingertips 2 inches higher to the ceiling. You're going to feel your shoulder blades come apart on your chest wall. And then with the help of gravity, control the release back down so your blades come in towards your spine. And we scoop. When we scoop, it's coming from your underarm. We scoop to lift, release, and scoop, release. Check in with your postural points of your body. Heavy tailbone, a little bit of daylight in your low back. Rib cage is melted to the floor. Your head is resting and your eyes are gently gazing straight up at the ceiling. And let's scoop for 2 and 1. And go right into your arm scissors with a pulse. You say a quick hello and then we switch. 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 And switch. Keep those rib cages melted to the ground. Stay in neutral. Hold your body nice and still. You're just superimposing shoulder movement and shoulder blades on chest wall on a very stable body. One more time. Come on up, thumbs are up. We're gonna go overhead, palms up to the ceiling, and circle your way around. Inhale. Keep those ribs melted to the floor, to the foam roller. Exhale. Thumbs lead, palms to the ceiling. Pull your pinkies on down. Last time, inhale. Exhale and reverse. Come around. And exhale, pull your way down. Palms up, thumbs lead around. Pinkies pull down. Couple more. Inhale. Last one. And come around. Now set your hands down at your side. And I want you to alternate arm and leg lifts. Thumbs come up, knees come up. Opposite arm and leg. Dead bug here. Hold yourself still, whether you're on the floor or the roller. Try and balance yourself, keeping neutral and parallel alignment. The bigger the movement, the more stability it requires. If you need a little bit more control, especially if you're up on that foam roller, keep your movements smaller if you need to. Very good. Set your hands down. Let's nod our chin towards our chest. And let it out. Drop your eyes 2 inches on the ceiling and look back up. And nod. Release. Nod. Release. Melt these ribs down. Nod. Release. Nod. And release. Couple more. Now remember, whenever you go to full forward from laying down, nod your chin first. Okay, so let's go into our workout. We are neutral. Reach your arms long down your torso, nod your chin, and fold up to reach. And bring yourself back down with control. And reach, nod, lift. Still a little bit of daylight here in my low back. And come on down. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Your eye line lowers to your knees. Back up to the ceiling. Last 2. And 1. And come on down. Very good. Let's go ahead and walk our way up. Sit just behind our sit bones. Reach those mummy arms straight back behind you. I want you to roll back. I want you to take your nose dive forward. Set up your arms and roll back. Rock forward. Set them up. Stabilize your shoulders and go again. So you're rocking like your back is the bottom of a rocking chair. Stay round, and rock it back, and rock it forward. Couple more. And rock it forward. Last one. And rock it forward. And then go ahead and roll your way all the way down. Stretch out your legs, toes to the ceiling. Make sure you have a little bit of daylight and bring your hands overhead. Try not to pop or flare your ribs here, so your hands go only as high as they can without flaring ribs. And we reach to the ceiling, really lots of energy through the length of your arm up to the ceiling. From here, you nod your chin and you fold forward to reach straight out in front of you. Reach over your toes and point your toes up at the ceiling. Then you're going to roll your way back down to the mat. Let your head come down, hands go overhead. Watch those ribs and reach. Nod. Peel to fold. You're now looking down at your thighs or your knees, and you're drawing your belly button deep into the center of your stomach. Good. Reach through those fingertips nice and long. Great. And then peel your way back down. 1 vertebrae at a time. And again, reach it up, peel to reach. Bring it down, roll it down. And again, nod, scoop, reach it out, and roll it down. Go at your own pace here. Couple more. And come on up, and reach. Good. And roll it down, and come on down. Last time. And reach it forward. And go right into your saw. 2, 3. Come on up. Find your sit bones. And saw. 2, 3. Come on up. Find your sits. And reach. 2, 3. Up. And nose to knee. Fingertips saw the first 2 toes. Back pinky was high. And again, switch for 1, 2, 3. Bring it up. And 1, 2, 3. Last one, we saw. Long body from fingertip to opposite hand. Come on up with that chest and reach. 2, 3. Come on up. Let's hold 2 cups of tea in our hands and twist. 2, 3. Center, make sure you have your sits. 2, 3. Come tall. 1, 2, 3. Grow tall. and 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're feeling tension into your hip flexors, you can always come up and sit with crossed legs to get taller. Because you really want to twist on a very vertical, straight spine. 2, 3, grow tall, or 1, 2, 3, grow tall. One more time, twist. 2, 3, center, and 1, 2, 3, and center. Good. Let's roll over to our stomachs. Stretch it out nice and long. Press those hip bones into the floor. Hands go to the side of the mat. And as we stretch out the legs with lots of energy, come on up to your bottom rib angle and back down. Stay nice and straight here. Draw the blades together on your chest wall and come on down. And really reach through your legs and your toes and come on down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Now stay low here and stretched out and lift your goalpost arms and hover. Good. Stay just above the mat. Bring up your elbows. Elbows and hands. Shoulder blades together and apart. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let yourself melt down. Regroup. Stretch out those legs again. Hip bones into the floor. Reach your arms straight out, pinkies up, and lift. Low hover here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then flip around, take a breather, let yourself melt, and then come up to a hover and thumbs up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Take your hands, push yourself back into your shell stretch, bringing your hips to your heels. Let yourself melt over your thighs. Draw your belly button deep into the center of your stomach and reach straight out in front of you as far as you can. And stay here for a few big inhales and a few big exhales. And one more. And after we finish up with that last exhale, we're going to roll on over to our back again and get set up to do our 100. So you have a lot of choices here, as always, whether it's your head up or your head down, your knees in or your knees out. You can add weights or weighted balls to your hands, but work with what feels best for you. Try and challenge sometimes. But if you're feeling tension into your head or your neck or any sort of pull on your low back, pull things in closer to you to make it feel better, or put your head down. Let's start here. Nod, squeeze your inner thighs, reach long with your arms, tabletop legs, and breathe. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, X, 2, 3, 4, 10, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 20, abs, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reach, 2, 3, 4, 30, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 40, big arms, and out, 2, 3, 4, 50, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and X, 2, 3, 4, 60, deepen your abs, and out, 2, 3, 4, 70, come up a little higher, and out, 2, 3, 4, 80, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 90, last 10, and out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Good, just come on down, set your head down, hug your knees in, give yourself a little massage, rolling in circles, forward and backward, counterclockwise and clockwise, and work out that low back. Very good. Let's set a foot down at a time. Feet are hip distance apart. Keeping a neutral spine, hands along the side of your mat. I want you to just simply lift up your hips here. So this time we're not rolling, we're lifting and setting down in one swift move. We come up and down. Good. Sometimes I have to get my heels a little closer to my body so I feel like I have good leverage. Make sure your legs are parallel and that your heels line up with your knees and the sit bones in your butt. And lift and lower into a triangle here. And then make sure your left foot's lined up with your left cheek and pick up just with the left side. Lift with that left cheek. Keep that right hip open. Shoulders are down from your ears. You're just lifting up to your shoulder blades, back down. For 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to set down, straight out legs. Line up the right foot with the right cheek and sit bone. Crisscross the left ankle over the right thigh and knee. Keep the hip open and lift and lower and lower. Set it right back down on your tailbone, just like you were doing it with both legs. Ribs stay connected for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And set it down. And bring your other leg to set down. Let's go to our side. And stretch out on our side here. Good. Nice and long, strong bodies. Eyes straight out in front of you. Stable hand on top. And let's point and flex. Leg lifts. We're working our high glutes to help stabilize our pelvis on our low back. Everything else is nice and straight and stretched out from fingertip high to the bottom toe. Keep this distance from rib angle to hip crest open even when you go to lift. So that may mean you don't lift up quite as high, but you don't want to sacrifice good form just to lift your leg a little bit higher. Good. And back down. Excellent. Hold both legs together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bend your knees. Keep your heels in the back lined up with your tailbone and rotate. 2. Shrink wrap that waistline. A little bit of space between your side body and the floor is great. Hold yourself still. And you can even kind of curl your thumb back around as you grab the front of your hip crest. Put your thumb right back there and you should feel that high glute pop right into your thumb. For 3, 2, and 1. And then again, everybody up and down. And up and down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's go and change sides. Stretch it out. Nice and long and strong and straight and stretched out here from your top fingertips to the tips of your toes. Ear rests on your upper arm. Eyes are straight out in front of you. And we point and flex. And again, watch this space here. Keep it open. Shrink wrap this waistline. Sort of cinch it up like you were wearing a belt. And we pulled your belt one loop tighter. And down. Now you're stretching, see, from fingertips to the bottom tips of my toes. And reach and lower for 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Good. You're going to bring those legs together and lift them up. Squeeze your inner thighs. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend your knees in. Line up your back heels with the sit bones and your butt behind you, almost like you're laying on a wall. And again, shrink up that waistline. Heels stay connected, rotate and open that top hip. Eyes out in front of you. Keep that shoulder, the top shoulder down away from your ear. Hold your body still. For 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. And now everybody comes up and down. Good. So everything in your body is steady and stable and quiet right now, except this gesture leg. From the hip down, there's movement. Everywhere else, it's nice and silent. For 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Excellent. Let's come around onto our hands and knees and curl our toes. Perfect. Let's lift our knees and down and lift and lower and lift and lower. Curl those toes. Keep your weight back towards your feet for 3, 2, and 1. And set it down. Bring your weight back to your heels here. So now we're going to go ahead and do some hip thrusts. Separate your feet, hip distance apart, knees are hip distance apart. And when we come up, you're going to lead and squeeze with your tush and set yourself down. Okay? So reach it out and pull it in. If you have weights, you can add them here. Reach with your mommy arms. Pull in with your thumbs. Reach it out. Pull it in. When you reach, energy through these arms from underarm to fingertip. Come on down. Pull those elbows back. Reach through your rib cage and underarms. Pull it back. Thrust up with those hips. Thrust and lower. Thrust and lower. Last 2. Bring it down. And last 1. And bring it down. And then we're going to come all the way back down. Excellent. And you're going to go ahead from here and lay down on the mat. We're going to bring one leg up at a time. Excellent. And from here, I want you to go ahead and reach up to your hundreds position. And we're going to begin with a bicycle. 2, 1, come to center. Now you can stay here or let your head down for a little breather. Hands behind head. And then let's rotate. Elbows stay wide. Last one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center. You can stay here. Take a little head break. Come on up. Reach and swim those arms around. Hands to knees. We reach, look up. We pull through the water. Get into those abs. Reach and reach. Come around. Reach and reach. Come around. And around for 3, 2, and 1. Come around. Let yourself take a little head break. We're going to come back up for our leg scissors. We come up and we scissor. Go at your own pace. Good. 2 pulses. Give a little pull behind the leg. Straight, strong legs. Feel your quads firing. Deepen the abs. Last 3. Straight, strong legs. And 2. And 1. Come down and let your head down. Very good. Woo! Let's go ahead and flip to our stomach again. So let's stretch it out here. Rest your head on your hands, knees go wide, heels click together, toes turned out. Push your hip bones into the floor and lift your belly button and squeeze. 2, 3, and release. And squeeze. 2, 3, and release. Good. So you're dimpling your cheeks together as you squeeze and release. Squeeze. 2, 3, lift your belly button in and squeeze. 2, 3. Couple more. Squeeze. 2, 3, release. Squeeze. 2, 3, release. Stretch it out. Let's go right into swimming. So there's choices here. You can alternate one arm and leg at a time. We're going to swim like our 100. So we're going to count by 5s in and out up to 50. All right, everybody get ready. Let's do this. In, 2, 3, 4, 5 in and out. 2, 3, 4, 10 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 in and out. 2, 3, 4, 20 abs. 2, 3, 4, 5 in and out. 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 and reach. 2, 3, 4, 40. Last 10. In and out. 2, 3, 4, 50. Good. Reach to stretch. Bring your hands to the side of the mat and press up into our swan dive. And bring yourself back down. Inhale up. Straight, strong legs. Hip bones are still on your mat. And exhale your way down. Inhale up. And exhale to lower. Walk your hands in closer to you if you need more challenge. If this feels like a lot of stress or even a little twingy in your low back, walk your hands farther away from your body and don't go up quite so high. And we're 3, 2, and 1. And let's come on, press back into our second shelf stretch here. So hips to heels, belly button draws in deep into the center of your stomach here to protect, and so your low back can widen. So when you go to fold down, keep your weight back behind you and reach your hands away and really reach. Take your inhales and exhales. Come on back around. Good job, you guys. That was a hard series we did laying on our backs. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and bring our feet out in front of us. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and roll our way down. And we're gonna work a little bit on our teaser here because it's Tuesday and that's what we're supposed to do. So we reach to the ceiling, we nod our chin. We round our low back to peel forward. But when we get here, you're gonna stay round in your low back, but you're gonna come up lifted in your chest, shoulders, eyes, and head. And then you're gonna roll and round your way back down. And let your head down and your hands come overhead. So we reach and peel, and then we stay round here in a C curve. But we lift up from our mid-back to our fingertips. And then we round and roll our way back down. And come back down. Hands go overhead. Check in with your rib cage. Reach it up, scoop, peel, lift, and reach. And roll it back down. Now you can do the same thing with your legs out straight. We do a little bit more challenge. We stay round, we roll, and you can even try and lift the legs and then roll back down. So we'll start with lifted legs. We'll reach and roll back down. It's a balancing act to get your legs out and roll back down. And it definitely helps as your hamstrings get more flexible to get those legs away. And roll back down, or keep those feet down. Come on up, lift to reach, and roll away. And your hands come down. Let's go to our side. We're gonna bring our bottom leg down. Our heel is gonna go right into the crease of our ankle here, and your hands to the side. So give yourself some room in the front of your mat, so when we come up on your knee stays on the mat and not on the hard floor. And keep your hips open into a diamond shape. Reach and set yourself back down. Inhale, exhale, and set it down, and reach it up, and set it down. Good. And come on up. Great. Now take this top leg and stretch and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down and bring yourself down. Good. It got a little hard at the end, but you guys can do this. I believe in you. Let's get the bottom leg bent. Top heel inside the bend of your bottom ankle. Elbow to knee, hand on the floor, and give yourself some room up front so that you can come up on your mat onto that knee. And really reach out. Frame your head with your hand and your elbow. And come back down. Set that elbow to your knee. Come up with your chest. And come up and around. Go at your own pace. Sometimes I stay up in that stretch a little longer to really get that length along the side of my body. And come on down. Couple more. Okay, we're gonna do one more here, and then we're gonna add in the leg lift. Good, so we come down, chest up. We're gonna come up onto our knee, reach these fingertips long, reach this leg away, and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and come on back down. Nice job. Good work. All right, so we haven't done these in a little while. Why don't we go ahead and do a few of our push-ups. So I'm going to stand here at the edge of my mat, nice and tall, like my back is against a wall. And what I'm going to do here, starting from my head, I'm going to peel myself off of this imaginary wall, reach my fingertips down for the floor here, let my head hang down, and then I'm going to walk my hand out, 2, 3 to my plank. All right? Now you can go to your knees here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 push-ups and walk back, 2, 3, okay? And then slowly peel yourself back onto your imaginary wall. Your head is the last to arrive. And then we're going to do it again. So stay tall and lifted. Start from your head, nod your chin. Peel yourself off the wall. And as your head hangs, reach for the floor and walk your hands out. 1, 2, 3. From your feet or your knees for 1, 2, 3. Walk it back. 2, 3. Catch your stretch. And peel yourself up onto your imaginary wall. Last time. 3 sets of 3. We're going to peel and reach down to the floor. We're gonna walk out for 1, 2, 3. Do your 3 push-ups. Get those hips low. 2, 3. Walk it back. 1, 2, 3. Catch your stretch. And then peel yourself up. Back onto the wall. Take a step forward. Let yourself kneel down again. Back toe curls in. Lean into the stretching hip. Reach your same side hand overhead. Back toe turns in. Squeeze this cheek up underneath you. And count it down from 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we come on back down. Let's go to our mat. Let's finish up. Send your straight legs out in front of you. Take your right foot, put it on the outside of your left knee and come up tall. Twist through your spine, elbow to knee, and rotate through your rib cage. Keep your chest up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, push into that knee for 2, and 1. Slowly unravel. Last stretch here. Left foot outside of right knee. Come up tall through your chest. Turn to your left. Right elbow outside of left knee. Stay lifted and push in to the outside of that left knee. And let's count it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly unravel. And you guys can call it a day. Great workout today. I hope you liked it. Still working on our essential building blocks, but adding a few more twists and turns in.